Hello, beautiful people. Welcome once again to Abinasia's Recipes. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a new subscriber, a warm welcome to you. In today's video, I share with you my oven barbecue baby back ribs. Let's get started. I'll begin by opening up and taking out my rib from the bag. Yes, I wanted to show you guys that it's coming straight out of the bag, and then I will remove the silver membrane that is on the back of the ribs. The membrane needs to be removed because it's ropey and tough, and it's really not tasty to try to chew it when the ribs are finished. Also, the membrane doesn't let the flavors or the seasoning penetrate into the meat. And with the help of a small knife, you can be able to locate the membrane, and then you might not be able to get all of it out at once. Please try and remove it all if you're making ribs. Yes, so all the membrane has been removed now, so I am ready to give my ribs a final wash, and I'm ready to pat it down and season my ribs, guys. And I have preheated my oven at 350 degrees. I'm using a paper towel to pat dry my ribs, and then I'll transfer it onto my parchment paper as I pat it dry. And then I will line my baking tray with aluminum foil. I'll be seasoning my ribs right on the aluminum foil, guys. Yes, so that I won't have to move it again onto it. Now to my ingredients. So I have a liquid smoke, onion powder, paprika, garlic powder, black pepper, beef bouillon, and salt. I'll begin by putting about a quarter teaspoon of my liquid smoke on the ribs to give it that smoky flavor. Yes, and then I'll rub it all over it. And on here, I have measured about a tablespoon of salt, which I'll be using to marinate both of the ribs on each side. So let's say I'm putting about a half a tablespoon on both of this side of the ribs. And then I'll sprinkle about half a teaspoon of black pepper on each side of the rib. And the black pepper is always to your taste. You can add more or less. Then I'll do the same for my onion powder and also my garlic powder. Yes, you can use as much as you want. And then I'll sprinkle about a teaspoon each on both sides of my paprika. And then I have measured about a half a tablespoon of my beef bouillon to sprinkle on both sides of the ribs. Alright guys, and then I will rub it all on this side of the ribs. You rub it very well because you want the flavors to penetrate into the ribs and to make it very nice and tasty. I'll then go ahead and turn the ribs on the other side, which is the upper side of the ribs. Yes, and we will do the same by drizzling the liquid smoke on top of it. Yes, about a quarter teaspoon is perfect. And then I will do the same with the salt. There's a half a tablespoon of salt for both ribs. And then I'll do the same for the black pepper. Black pepper is always to your taste. And I will do the same for the onion powder, the garlic powder, and then the paprika. And I have measured a half a tablespoon of the beef bouillon to sprinkle on both tops of the ribs, and I'll rub it all over. I'll make sure to leave the accurate measurement in my description. Yes, so I'm going ahead to rub it, and the ribs is ready to be put in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the aluminum foil on top of the ribs, and then I will grab another aluminum foil to cover over the ribs, just like so. Yes, that traps the vapor and the heat to cook the ribs. And I'll be putting this in the oven at 350 for 3 hours. If you have not subscribed at this point, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. 3 hours later, guys, my ribs is looking delicious. I'll go ahead and open it for you guys to see it. Yes, it is already tender and looking delicious. So I'm using Sweet Baby Ray barbecue, and what I'm gonna do is I'll just go ahead and drizzle it all over the ribs, and then I'll use my brush to brush it all over it. And the ribs is already looking good. So guys, as soon as I'm done brushing the barbecue on my ribs, I'll go ahead and put it back in the oven to broil for 5 minutes. 5 minutes later on broil, guys, my ribs is done, and I have garnished it with some green scallion, and look at that ribs. It is already falling off the bone and it is delicious, guys. It tastes amazing. It was a great hit for dinner. Yes, and now look at how delicious that looks. And as you can see, the ribs is falling off the bone very easily, and I'm able to also break it in half with my hands. The ribs is so tender and delicious, guys. And we enjoyed our ribs with garlic mashed potatoes, green beans, and mushrooms. An amazing dinner. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. Thank you. God bless you, and please stay safe. See you on my next video. Bye guys.